Croeso, welcome back to Britain's Hidden History, me, Ross Broadstock. And even though we've been looking recently at Arthur the First, Wilson Blackett tracked down Arthur First. Through their research, they find that ties in with Guy of Warwick, the legendary figure from right in the centre of England, the centre of Britain, really, where the ancient capital was, with ancient burial sites. Those important parts of British history, which is completely written out. It's not just Welsh history, this is in Warwick, okay? So we're looking at the destruction there of English history as well. That seems the way it goes. So we went through the first part, and say this is available as a download on the cymroglyphics.com website. Now what we're going to try and do is put a little bit of historical detail onto some of this. So this is from the Black Book of Carmarthen, one of the great ancient Welsh books. And this is referred to, because it was all stored as part of this Harleian collection. So it's the Harleian manuscript 3859. And there are literally thousands of documents stored in this way. This slur of calling it Dark Ages instead of Heroic Ages is shown up to be the faster it is. There is, as the historians agree, there is so much evidence, so many manuscripts. It's impossible to get through them all. Partly it's impossible because no one's really trying, apart from the odd amateur. It's this madness that look at Greek history, Roman history to the nth degree and learn the languages and learn the histories, and yet no interest in the British, partly because it's written in Welsh, a lot of it. Right, so here we go. Even the bits in Latin, there's no real interest, apart from the odd person. So what we have here, this is the genealogy, which is completely underestimated in historical terms. It's crucial because, particularly in Welsh, you didn't have surnames. The reason why you got so many Welshmen called Jones is because when they brought in the surnames in the last 200 years, their father was probably called John. And if your dad was called Thomas, you became a Thomas. If your father was called William, you became a Williams. Which is why there's this, they get the common Welsh surnames that seem to appear everywhere because they were the common names. So it's as simple as that. What they did have, though, instead of surnames, was a genealogy. It used to be the old saying, as long as a Welshman's genealogy. So you could say, I'm the son of, go all the way back. And the idea was to link your family into the royal family. Very important, well recorded. There's hundreds of these. And you could try, and what Wilson and Blackett had done brilliantly is match them up. So you can see the same few names appearing there. You can lock them in with a few names appearing there. And that gives you a timeline, and you can start to date these people. This is the kind of research that British universities really, really should be doing, but they don't. So here we go. So this is Prince Owen, son of Hywel, and this is around about 920 at his wedding. And it reads the other way, okay? So the further back you go, the down the page you go. So map is son of. So we go past here. So now you can go all the way back. I'm not attempt to pronounce all of these. And we come all the way back to Arthun, also sometimes written as Anthun. This is one of those mad attacks on Wilson and Blackett. They've cheated. They called him Arthun when it's Anthun. Some places it is. There's lots of spellings. They weren't as anal about spelling in those days. As long as you got your message across, it wasn't uniform, it wasn't codified. Everyone had their own way of spelling things. All right, so you can see some of the notes here. Right, Reen and Nithon are contemporaries of Arthur II. Say that asterisk is here, so we can date these to the 6th century because they tie in with people in the 6th century. And you can count back the generations. You can get a pretty good idea of how far back we're going. So Eldonet may be Owain, King of Britain, 411 to 426. So we're looking at the end. This ties in with the end of the 4th century, famous campaigns in the 380s. This kind of era we're looking at. Here's our Arthur, which people have such a problem with. He's the ruler who killed Gratian, the king of the Romans. You can see some of the Arabic there. Arthur I, Arturius, alternatively Artorius, Arthun, Anthun, all these different names. They don't get caught up in that. It's the same character. Now, by combining the evidence clearly listed in the Brecon manuscripts, more ancient Welsh documents, and which is repeated in other equally ancient sources, you get this. This is the British dynastic line, the family tree. And here it is, again, available as downloads. And there's some nice, pretty versions you can get on the website to put on your wall. And you can see there's Arthur here. Now, one question is, was he the son or grandson of Mascynwledig. You could drop Uther in there as his father for an extra generation. So we come down here, that's the one line. That's the line we're just looking at. Here we go. Now we are going more recent as you come down. So we get to Arthur 2, and you can see the important thing. It was the joining back together of the two main lines of the British royal families. That's why Arthur II was so important. You've got the Constantine line and the Arthur line, the Athene line, okay? And brings it and continue on from there. This is as far as we need to go at this time. There's lots more from Wilson and Blackett about this. And tying in the detailed relationships is no problem in this well-recorded royal dynasty. The reason for Arthur II's claim to imperial status is easy to understand, because he brings both things together. Fascinating, isn't it? So, hope you enjoyed that. There's more to come. So you can get this as a download from the Cymroglyphics website. There's loads of books available, lots more videos. So get involved and learn our history, because, and if you could support us as well, that'd be great. So do a subscribe, tell your friends. If you want to become a member, brilliant. And anything you can do to help be much appreciated. So, until the next time, very best wishes and peace, which in Welsh is heddwch.